My parents are from Somalia, and I was born in a refugee camp in Ifo.
When we first moved here, we actually lived in a battered women's shelter.
My mom brought us here from Kenya to get a better education and to get better jobs. The main priority is to keep working hard until I get to my destination, what I want to do and what I want to become.
I've been going to the Boys and Girls Club for about 10 years now, I think. It's been a long time. I actually think I remember the first day that I came to the club. Just coming to the club and being able to play with friends was a good experience.
They go to school to learn, to get that education. It's us to draw that bridge together between school and after school. These kids are getting the life lessons that they need to be model citizens within the community.
I first walked through the door and I remember seeing the pool table, and I remember always wanting to play pool, always seeing it on TV. And I just remember everyone being so nice, being supportive of me, and they gave me the attention that I need. And I just remember I like this place. I want to come to this place every single day, you know. They have basketballs, basketball hoops, gyms, computers. I never had computer accessibility, and that was kind of like a big thing. When I came here, I felt very accepted.
I've been going to the club for 12 years now. I bet we were not the easiest kids to deal with when we were younger, but they have always been supportive. They always have inspired us, motivated us, inspired me to go to school, get an education.
We've really done a culture shift at moving from just being a safe space for kids to going and focusing on education and making that a priority for the kids that we work with.
I'm currently attending CCV. Hopefully I'll transfer over to UVM. I go to work full-time, I go to school full-time, and I look out for my siblings and I try to do what's best. Last year I would come here and do my homework every day, and I had a 3.2 last semester. Some nights I'll be up till 3, 4 a.m. doing essays, trying to get it all done. But I think I'm doing all right.
We are continually asking ourselves how we can serve kids better so that there aren't obstacles to success. The goal of all of our work is to break the cycles of poverty. And there is only one way to break a child out of that cycle of poverty, and it's through education.
I was the first person to graduate, actually, from my whole family. A lot of my opportunities I got was directly from the Boys and Girls Club. The club pushed me to go to college, and never, ever, even after I graduated high school, was I planning on going to college. That's 100% the club. Sometimes homework was hard for me. I'd bring my homework to the club, and the Boys and Girls Club is really good at homework, and they're good about not doing it for you, but actually teaching you how to do it.
English is not my first language. Sometimes I struggle to understand some things in school. I struggled during my senior year, and they helped me get through that. They have filled in a lot of gaps in my life, so I'm thankful for them. I work 5 days a week, and I go to school, and I take care of my nieces and nephews and my family. The fact that I can do all those stuff and still manage to do my homework and maintain good grades, this just makes me happy.
Every child who walks through our doors has the potential to be successful. They haven't necessarily been given the opportunities that they need. When kids come through our doors, they're encouraged and they're told that we believe in them and they're given the opportunities to be successful, and we do change lives.
It's kind of difficult seeing kids here who struggle, because a lot of new Americans that go to the club, like younger generations, they were born here and their parents don't really have an understanding of their kids and have difficulty communicating. You have a different understanding of the world. As you grow up, hopefully, you understand that your culture is a part of you and it will always be a part of you.
It's really easy to think that somehow socioeconomics or culture or geography makes us different. We're all more similar than any of us realize. We are all connected, and life is so much more rich and full and meaningful when you embrace that. Kids in different situations, they need someone to believe in them and to guide them, to have fun with them. Those are universal truths.
When you're a new American and you're trying to understand yourself, you pick up what's the easiest, I guess, because when I was younger, whoever was accepting of me, I was willing to be accepting of them. I think kids pick up bad habits.
To have a place that kids can come to that is safe, if there's a need of hunger, clothes, can't get their homework done, or just need someone just to be around. So we're almost the extension of parenting. How do we become that third-party parent that can offer a place that is safe for kids?
It's really important for other kids to come here so they're not getting into other things that are violent. Some kids, they don't really know about the Boys and Girls Club and they get themselves in trouble. It's good for them to come here and feel like they belong somewhere in the community.
Life has gotten more complicated, and for kids, the number of distractions in their lives has become even more fragmented. Things that might happen in the home to the complexity of just going to school. So having some help in providing guidance is probably the most important piece of the puzzle. The Boys and Girls Club is bending the curve for kids who have a variety of social, economic, and other challenges, and the impact of bending that curve and keeping them in the lane of travel has lifelong benefits.
When I first came from New York, I had this mentality, like if someone hits you, you hit them back. Back in New York, the violence and the lack of resources took a little bit of its toll. I'm not really sure if they knew I was living in a shelter. I asked if I needed anything, like extra leftover foods and stuff like that. It just made me feel happy that they cared.
The hardest thing about my job is seeing that young little boy or girl when they first walk through that door and knowing the history behind what they have to go home to. Can't have the expectation that this young individual is always going to learn right away. It's going to be a progression. So by the time they're done with high school, they have something to walk away with. We want to save every child, and we got to realize it's not every child we can save. We got to save the ones that want to be saved and continue to support them. We have to get away from that stereotype of those kids are bad kids. All these kids are all the same. We all have needs.
I used to try to take things into my own hands and get into a lot of altercations. I truly think that if I never learned how to control my temper, I would not have the support that I have now. That just really changed like my overall outlook on life. And I feel like it's made me a better person. I learned how to control my temper and keep my hands to myself. And it's very important for people to learn skills like that. That has come a long way in my life, even to this day.
The world's a difficult place, but one day I hope to change it, and that's what really matters. I had a conversation with Jack about this a while back, and I was telling him, I want to be successful, but I'm average. He was just like, oh, then it takes dedication at that point, because average people can accomplish a lot of things.
When a staff member says to a club member, I believe in you, I know that you are capable of accomplishing great things, the club member starts to believe it. And that is the magic of the Boys and Girls Club.
A lot of the kids at the club come from difficult circumstances and they've experienced a lot in their lifetime. I think that gives them perspective, and if given the right opportunity, they can achieve a lot.
Our commitment is to serving kids in really deep ways that will change their lives. But the more powerful long-term goal we have is to break cycles of poverty. And we've proven that our programs can do that. And when you do that, the entire community becomes more healthy, more vibrant. Anyone who walks through our doors will be given the opportunity to create the life of their dreams.
I would want to inspire the kids over there, just like the club members here have inspired me to work so hard. I'm a different person. I've changed so much.
I want to tell the club staff they're changing lives one day at a time, and they changed my life for the better.
The club has just been a big part of my life, and I've done so much here, and I've experienced so much here that I want to pay it back one day. Boys and Girls Club will always be my second home.
We will be the solution for these kids. We will change lives. There's real power that comes when you take responsibility for that. We're at this point where we're at now, and we're committed to pushing forward. While I'm proud of what we've accomplished, I'm also excited for the future.